Hi everyone, I'm Amy with Eating Healthy, Spending Less, and today I'm going to show you one of the best and easiest weeknight dinners, potato tacos. Let's get started. Before we get started, I am so excited to introduce one of the newest products in the Eating Healthy, Spending Less shop on my website. It says, "This girl's on a budget." It is a quarter keeper, so you just put a quarter right in here, and now you have a quarter for when you shop at Aldi or whatever grocery store requires a quarter to get a shopping cart. So grab yours today. There's a limited supply, so go check them out. I'll put a link in the description box below. Okay, so you know when you go to a fast food restaurant and you order fries, they're so good because they're super crispy on the outside and then they've got that fluffy texture on the inside. That's what we're shooting for today with these potato tacos. So you need about 1 pound of potatoes. I prefer Yukon Gold potatoes. You could use red potatoes, purple potatoes, russets if you have russets. It doesn't really matter, but I definitely love the texture of a Yukon Gold potato. So this is roughly 1 pound. That's about 10 of this size potato. I'm just going to chop these up and put them in a bowl of water. You want to let them sit for at least 10 minutes before you bake them. And that's what's going to help extract that starch that's in the potato and give you that real crispy texture on the outside and that fluffy texture on the inside. For the full recipe, check the description box below for a link to my website, and you can print this recipe out and have it with you for your recipe keeper. Now it's time to get our seasoning blend together. I didn't have any onion powder, so I ground up some dried chopped onions from Costco. First, you're going to need 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of the onion powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a dash of black pepper. Mix it together and you're ready to toss your potatoes with your seasoning. Okay, so now I'm going to take my seasoning and I'm going to add my potatoes right in. So what I do is I just literally take the potatoes and dump them right into the seasoning. No need to drain them or anything. The water that's on the potato is going to act like a glue for the seasoning. Okay, we're just going to mix these up. Make sure you get all that seasoning on every piece of potato. I'm going to put these on a parchment-lined cookie sheet. Bake these at 400 degrees for about 30 to 45 minutes. There's a big gap, depends on your oven. My mom's oven cooks a lot faster than mine. And so you want to check them after 30 minutes, see how they're doing. And I like for them to be pretty crispy. Smells like taco seasoning right now. Seasoning is so easy to make. You really could use it on anything. Okay, these are ready for the oven. Now what I want to show you is how to make tortillas. That's right. This is a very long-awaited video. And actually, all I'm going to do is put the ingredients together, and then when my husband gets home from work, he's going to make them. And I'll make sure to film it so that you can see that. They are so good. We by no means are tortilla making experts, but we absolutely love the flavor and texture of a great homemade corn tortilla. And so that's what we're going to show you today, how we make them. And if you are a if you are a tortilla making expert, maybe you can leave us a tip in the comments below. We'd love to hear from all of you. So I'm gonna get these in the oven, and then let's make some tortilla batter, dough, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so instant corn masa, this is what it looks like if you buy it from Aldi. It's less than $2 for a bag. And if you go to Walmart, this is what it looks like. So it literally just says instant corn masa flour. And the ingredients, if I can find it, corn treated with hydrated lime and folic acid. That's it. I think that's what it says on this one too. White cooked corn and lime. So, I believe, yeah, so there are instructions on the back of the bags explaining how to make tortillas. Here's the deal. We are really simple when it comes to corn tortillas. Let me just show you how we do this. So the ratio is about 2 cups of masa with 1.5 cups of water. I just eyeball it now because we make them so often. So I just dumped in a bunch of instant corn masa, and I love adding this Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning blend. You could also just use chili powder if you'd like, or just leave them plain. Add some water and start mixing this up. At some point, you're going to want to start mixing with your hands so that you can really feel the dough and feel the moisture, and you really want the texture to be kind of like Play-Doh. When you see that Play-Doh consistency and you can roll it into a ball, then you know you're done. It's ready to go. So now I'm going to take just a linen napkin and get it wet. Wring out the water so that's just damp. And that's what I'm going to use to cover my bowl of corn masa. And I'm just going to leave it like this until my husband gets home to make tortillas. To go with tonight's dinner, I am just chopping up a cantaloupe. I think that that's what makes it so easy when you try and simplify your dinners, is you don't have to have a bunch of sides. You can just serve tacos and melon. It's really that easy. And that is how I have simplified dinners here at our house. So yes, tonight we will have delicious potato tacos. I'm going to show you how to assemble those after we make the tortillas. And this is our side dish. Super easy, super simple, super cheap. Okay, so the potatoes are ready to come out of the oven. I'm going to show you what they look like. You want them to be, oh, it's a hot oven. You want them to be crispy and golden brown. That's really hot. So this is my sweet husband.
Hello.
And he's going to show you how to make corn tortillas our way, which is not maybe the traditional way of making tortillas. I don't know.
It's our way.
It's our way. Here we go.
Am I talking us through this?
Yes, let's do this.
All right, let's use a spoon, a larger tablespoon. Get a ball of masa. I don't know how you season this.
I just use the chili lime seasoning.
So sometimes we put garlic powder, sometimes just the chili lime. Put it between parchment paper. Press down and hold it for just a couple seconds. And your first several are going to be not as round, not as smooth on the edges. But after about 2 or 3 of them, they smooth out. And we want it to be wet enough that it peels right off the paper. And if it starts to do that too much, then we probably need to add a little bit of water because it's too dry. But we just repeat the process. And normally when I get into a routine, I can get about 2 or 3 of these going at the same time before steam starts to rise off one, and then I flip it. So sometimes I get ahead of myself and have to slow down, but most of the time it works out great.
So our skillet here, our electric griddle, it's heated up to the highest temperature that it'll go, which is 400 degrees. I've also seen women use like the inside of a grocery bag instead of parchment paper. But Troy, this has been sitting covered for about 30 minutes.
Yeah. So it's a little bit dry. We might need to add a little bit of moisture back into it. But I also made the first couple a little bit bigger than I normally do, which is another reason why it could be breaking apart. If you look over here, the first one's starting to steam a bit. And normally what I do is I'll get the third one on and then flip the first one. And then by the time I get my next tortilla ready, I can pull the first one, flip the second one, and then just repeat the process in order.
So as he continues to make the tortillas, I just wanted to show you at the base of the taco, we like to add refried beans and then put our potatoes on top. So these are just fat-free refried beans from Trader Joe's. Just always look for the fat-free ones because those that are not fat-free have a lot more additives to these. These are normally just beans, salt, and water. That's it. So I'm just going to heat these up in the microwave, and then we're going to be almost ready to eat some dinner. I know we've shown you a lot of elements to this dinner, but I want to show you one more because it's my favorite. So let me show you this. Okay, so I'm making some guacamole to go on top of the tacos, and my secret is jalapeno juice. So I don't really like the jalapenos too much, but adding just a tablespoon of juice to the guacamole with a little salt is my favorite. It's so good. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us today. Aren't these beautiful? We absolutely love these potato tacos. Well, if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I make new YouTube videos all the time about handcrafted recipes using fresh ingredients in everyday living. Don't forget, this girl, all of us, we're all on a budget. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Hello, world.
Say bye.
Bye.
Is it good?